Are you looking at purchasing or have already purchased a Kubota LX2620 and you want to know more about them, know all the specs and features and everything there is? Well, today I'm going to go over the LX2620. Hey guys, Zach here from Kubota Lynchburg, and today I wanted to show off the new Kubota LX2620. So this is their 25 horsepower model. If you're looking at this tractor, you're probably looking for something that is homeowner grade, unless you're looking for something lightweight commercial, but homeowner grade for around the property. You probably have somewhere between 3 to 20 acres, 3 to 30 acres, somewhere in that range. And you want something that has a decent amount of lift capacity, but isn't too heavy and maybe even has the option for a mid-mount mower deck. So if that's what you're looking for, this is going to be one of those series or one of those models you should definitely look into. So the LX2620 is a 25 horsepower Kubota diesel engine. It does not have any emissions requirements on it, which is nice. So because this is under that, it's actually rated at 24.8 horsepower, it's under the 25 horsepower range, there are no emissions regulations on these tractors. So nothing extra that you have to do there. So it's a basic, simple workhorse. But I don't want to say it's basic because this is a deluxe model that Kubota puts out. Especially with some of the new features on the 20 series, there's a lot of very nice deluxe features that you get when you're buying one of these. Now you can see here there's 3 model options. All the way to my right there is the SU model, and that stands for Special Utility. While that sounds special, it's not. It means it's a bare bones model. It's missing a couple features such as the mid PTO, so you cannot put a belly mower or a snow blower or a broom on the front of it. It's also missing the suspension seat and the high back suspension seat with armrests. It's missing the tilt steering column, and it's missing cruise control. And I think that's everything. I'll have to verify. But it's missing some of those features that you might not need. So if you're looking to save $1,000, $2,000, you might want to look at that SU model because it doesn't have some of those things you need. If you're never going to put a belly mower on this tractor and you're just using it for loader and pulling work, you don't need those options on it. These other two have a lot of features that we're going to go over as well, though, in this video. So I like to start on the front. With these loaders on these tractors, they are the LA535 loaders. This is the same ones that went on the 2610s. So these loaders will pick up a little over 1,100 pounds. I do have another lift capacity video, maybe Leah will link it here, another lift capacity video on how much these will actually pick up, but they're rated for about 1,100 pounds. You do have the quick attach bucket system. Now we order these with 60-inch buckets. You could choose a 54 or 66, but a 5-foot is a good sized bucket for these tractors, and they are quick attach. So you have that universal style quick attach that basically you pull these 2 levers on either side, the bucket will pop off and you can put things like pallet forks and grapples in buckets, push your lever back down, and it's going to lock in. One of the deluxe things about these LX2620s is going to be your load level indicator rod. So this is allowing you to see if your bucket is level, even though there's a sticker that also does it as well, but you can see your bucket is level when this curvature is sitting right in this. And you can see it very easily from the operator's seat. And so they come standard on these loaders with the bucket level indicator rod. So nice little standard feature. Now, mentioning seeing from the operator's seat, one of the nice things about these LX2620s is how high you do sit up. So I'm going to sit on here, and the way that the curvature of the hood is, and these loader arms are a lot wider than, let's say, the B series loader arms. So the way they have it, I can see pretty well in front of me. It's not a hood sitting up this high where I can't see in front of me. I've got pretty good visibility all the way around, which is important when you are doing loader work and everything like that to it. So, sitting from the operator's seat, but notice right now with the way the bucket is, I can't really see the edge of the bucket, and that's why they put that load level indicator on it right there so you can see the edge of the bucket. This loader is what's called a swift attach system to it. So if you wanted to, you could make this, it's not standard, you could make this into a swift attach system. If you had a belly mower on here, you can take the loader arms on and off of this tractor without ever leaving the seat by using a couple levers in each position. So got another video that shows how to take those on and off if you were looking into that, but it takes about 1 minute with no tools to take that loader off, and then about another minute to put it back on if everything lines up properly. That's the key. If it lines up properly, about 1 minute to put the loader back on. So back to the front of this tractor. If you get it with a loader, it comes standard with this grill guard. It is not standard on the tractor unless you purchase it with a loader. But this will basically, you pull this pin here. Oh, this one's brand new. It's seized up. Might try another one. Hold on. That's a lot easier. So this grill guard will kind of slip forward, and then you can twist this here. It's a kind of cool one. There's no ring to pull. You actually do that, and you can reach up underneath and pick up underneath your hood. So standard stuff underneath here: battery, hydraulic cooler there, radiator, because this is a liquid cooled, so radiator, and then you got your Kubota diesel engine in the back. Notice there's no giant silver canister or anything here like some of the bigger tractors, because there are no emissions on this. You can lock the hood up, but no point right now. Kubota does make metal hoods and metal fenders. Everything is very solid on Kubota. That is a kick against some of the other brands out there. Push that back in. So as we go back on our loaders, we can see they've got the frame mount right here to it. Front axle, this is a four-wheel drive tractor, always a four-wheel drive. We don't sell anything two-wheel drive. You have tire options and everything like that. This is an R14 hybrid, but you can get the agricultural or turf or industrial tires. If you notice the front axle on this, I hate saying it, but it's not very large. It's not very beefy. While I don't ever have issues with it, this tractor is designed to be a little bit more lightweight. And at the same time, we're gonna circle around to the back of the tractor. The reason it's designed to be lightweight is because there is a mid PTO, like I was mentioning. So since you can use this to cut the grass, you don't want it to be extremely heavy. So unlike some of the bigger L series or MX series, where your transmission housing and your axles are massive, they're cast steel, they're extremely heavy duty for the heavy work, this tractor is designed for homeowner operation. So they make everything very easy to use, but they also make it lightweight so you don't rip up your grass or your turf or your driveway when you're using it. This tractor, even though it's a 25 horsepower tractor, just like the L2502, is about 1,000 pounds less. This tractor probably weighs between 3,200 to 3,500 pounds with a loader on it and fluid-filled tires. Add a little bit more if you've got a belly mower, of course. Whereas the standard L with just a loader, is close to that 4,500 pound range. So if you're looking for something a little bit lighter duty, this is a good option for you. On the back, you can see some really nice features on these. You have the telescoping stabilizer arms. Makes it a ton easier to hook up implements and accessories. So that this is your telescoping stabilizers. These are your telescoping lift arms. Makes it very easy, again, if you're not accustomed to tractors to use. You have your 6-spline PTO shaft there for your rear implements, such as bush hogs and postal diggers and tillers. Got your drawbar right there for hauling heavier stuff. You can kind of stick it further out. You can slide it in, get it out of the way on it. You've got your hydraulic dipstick check right there for your hydraulic and transmission fluid. On the cab models, you've got windshield washer fluid and grease points. So simple back end of the tractor. Now, when we get into the operator station, this is where the cab is really deluxe. I'll show you that first. And then the open station is also deluxe if you're getting the standard HSD model, not the SU. One of the best things about this 2620 is how quiet it is. There is no hydrostat whine anymore. Kubota's fixed it, which is awesome because the 2610s cabs so loud. So we don't have that anymore. I got a video out there on the 2620, the 3520 and the 4020 comparing decibel noises and the hydrostat whine, and you can hear that these are much better. You have a lot of nice features in here. I'm gonna go ahead and grab the camera and show you guys. First thing on the cab that I notice is I get in, it's easy to get in. I've got plenty of headroom, but I can tilt this steering column. So there's a little kick right there, and now I can easily see my dash. I can easily have my hand on the controls and access everything. I have good visibility. You even have a place to put your cell phone if you wanted to, so you can watch a video or listen to something as you're driving. Again, very good visibility out the front. You got some controls in here, which are going to be your headlights. These panels are actually basically if you had the emission stuff or put some accessories in there, but no emissions. 12-volt outlet, so you can charge your phone while it's sitting right here, which is handy if you're using it for long hours. Turn signals, horns, lights. That will switch between some display stuff on your dash, which this is a very nice digital dash display. You got windshield washers and defrost and everything like that going on. You have your hydrostat pedal because these are a 3-range hydrostat transmission. So forward and reverse in all 3 ranges. Over here, you've got high, medium, and low, and a neutral in between for pushing or pulling if you had to. And you have your PTO engagement. So if you had the tiller on the back of the tractor, we're in the rear PTO engagement, you could be running that right now. But let's say I were to push this all the way forward, and now I want to run my mower deck. It's as simple as that, and engage your PTO right there. So very easy. Yellow for PTO, orange for basically transmission on it. They try to make it color coded. Speaking of transmission, this is orange, and you have cruise control. So if I were to push this lever forward, you'll actually see it's moving my pedal down there. So you have cruise control standard on the non-SU model. This is going to be to raise and lower your 3-point hitch or your mower deck. And this is your loader controls, which do have a float function, so I could move my loader all the way around. Or if I wanted to, I could push it all the way forward and lock it into a float feature for back dragging and backfilling and grading areas and pop it back out of float. Up in the dash, you have your air condition and heat controls. There would be a radio installed there if you purchased it from us. We just don't install them until they're sold. And you've got your basically climate control systems right there. I'm going to hand the camera back to Leah. And again, one of those things you'll notice is how much, so I'm 5'11", I've got a lot of headroom here. So even if I'm 6'5", 6'8", I'm gonna have some headroom, and I have a very nice adjustable suspension seat. So it's actually set pretty good for me right now, but you could adjust this suspension seat if you wanted to, if you were heavier or lighter than I am. But lots of room, nice open, very easy to see everything out of this cab. For a small 25 horsepower tractor, this is a very comfortable cab. So that's the cab. Armrests are nice too. That's the cab on it. The rear window does have a rear windshield wiper and a defrost, which is optional on some of the bigger tractors, but this comes standard with a lot of those nice features, including now LED headlights on the cab, or LED work lights, and LED headlights on the new 20 series. So if we go over to the operation station on the open station, it's going to be very similar. I won't go over all the same controls because they're basically all the same. You just lose some of your climate controls. Brake pedals are right there, same controls here. Obviously still sitting up high. That's actually one of the reasons that people will get these tractors is for the ground clearance. You have about 14 inches of ground clearance. So you've got a good section of ground clearance on this tractor if you don't have a mower deck on there. Compared to like our B series, you drop like 3 or 4 inches of ground clearance. So the rough terrain, you're not gonna be able to traverse as well. And put my parking brake back on. Tilt steering column again, great little feature there. You do have a folding roll bar on the open station, so you could fold that down if you needed to get into a shed or a barn or a garage. That is easily foldable. And it has the same 3-point hitch on this, other than you don't have telescoping link arms. You still have your telescoping stabilizers, but your link arms are only telescoping on the cab models. Again, that is as deluxe as you can get. On the SU model, the standard utility, there is no tilt steering column. This is solid. It's a simple basic bucket seat with no armrests. It does not have that mid PTO, but again, it saves you a decent amount of money. In my opinion though, most of the time, if you're already gonna be spending $25,000, $30,000 on a tractor, you might as well probably get those little bit of features and just do that upgrade. But it is a price competitive model at this point with all those nice heavy duty features that Kubota offers, the metal, the diesel engine and everything like that to it. So again, if you're looking for a 25 horsepower tractor, it's not too heavy, cut the grass, mow the yard if you needed to, have a loader that'll pick up over 1,100 pounds, have a full 3-point hitch, but not get too heavy or too pricey, this LX2620 might be the one for you. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below.